we got enough that people now realize this is coming. And why is that important? What does it mean? So if SAB 121, this arcane accounting bill, in time gets overturned, it allows Bank of New York and State Street and others to get into custody. If the infrastructure bill, if the FIT 21 bill gets approved, it allows Goldman Sachs and Citibank and all these other people to start doing sales and trading. And so as you bring those institutions in, huge money follows.
In a recent interview at Bloomberg Crypto, Galaxy Digital founder and CEO Mike Novogratz shares his bullish outlook on Bitcoin, predicting it could reach $100,000 by the end of the year. At the time of this podcast, Bitcoin's price is around $71,000, with a 1% increase in the past 24 hours and a 12% increase in the past 30 days, with Bitcoin's circulation at 19.71 million. As we enter the election year, Novogratz applauds the growing bipartisan support for crypto regulations, highlighting how this regulatory clarity is crucial for the future of the cryptocurrency industry. He emphasizes the importance of keeping innovation in the United States to prevent talent from fleeing overseas. Let's hear more from Mike Novogratz as he dives into his vision for a crypto-friendly future and the transformative potential of blockchain technology.
Listen, I think we're getting skewed to the upside. I mean, just the fact that we're here at a crypto show at Bloomberg shows how long we've come since 2015, 16, 17. But we kind of got to the finish line. And when I say that, DC has finally agreed in principle that crypto legislation has to happen, that it should be bipartisan. We still have a couple holdouts, but the last few weeks have been unbelievably positive in pushing the Democrats forward, seeing this. They don't want it to be a political issue. And so that which was a headwind is becoming a tailwind. It's not a full tailwind yet. We have governments that can't stop spending money, and so that just is so powerful for the Bitcoin narrative. And then all of a sudden you hear, wait a minute, the state of Wisconsin's pension fund bought $140 million of Bitcoin. And so as we get more pension funds in, more institutions in, there's not a lot of sellers. Listen, if we take out the 73,000 in the next week or so, we're going to end the year at 100,000, somewhere around there, or even higher. Markets work, they create ranges, and when the top of the range breaks, you have a nice extension. And so, the bottom of that range started around 40, so 40 to 70, the 70 goes to 100. And so that's a good enough target. So I had the same question asked to me, 5 weeks ago, and I said, I don't think it will unless we get one of two things happen. More regulatory clarity, which I thought was a low probability at that point, and or the Fed starting to move. We're getting the regulatory clarity. And even though it's not perfect,
Mike Novogratz dives into the current regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrency. He commends former President Trump for positioning himself as a pro-crypto candidate, which has garnered significant attention from the crypto community. Novogratz contrasts this with President Biden's recent veto of the SB 121 bill, an accounting rule that had implications for crypto regulation. Despite this setback, Novogratz emphasizes the growing bipartisan support for clear and favorable crypto regulations, which he sees as essential for the industry's growth and stability. He underscores the need for a unified political approach to avoid regulatory uncertainty that could drive innovation and talent out of the United States. By securing a supportive regulatory environment, Novogratz believes the U.S. can maintain its leadership in the global crypto market and foster further technological advancements. Let's listen more to the rest of this discussion with Mike Novogratz.
Biden, White House, vetoed the SAB 21, and then they said they wouldn't veto. And so they were talking, this was really sad what happened, because Donald Trump stole the show. He basically came out and said, I'm your crypto president. The same day Biden had said he was going to veto this thing. Why would a sitting president talk about vetoing a arcane accounting rule? And so that turned the whole crypto community into Trump's corner. And it almost was like a purity test. People said, if you don't vote for Trump, you're not a crypto person. And finally, the Democrats heard. And so real quickly, 9 Democratic senators voted not to support that accounting rule against Elizabeth Warren's wishes, against the SEC. What is so clear to me is it's the wrong question. What is good for our industry is a bipartisan support of bills. Otherwise, you're going to be student body left, student body right. Listen, these elections are going to swing back and forth for a while. And so crypto shouldn't be partisan. The short answer is right now Trump would, because he says, I'm crypto president, I'm going to do all this stuff. But that's a short-term way of looking at things. What we've done a really great job of, and shout out to Brian Armstrong and lots of people in the industry, our own Tyler, we've got our own lobbyist in DC, is educating people on both sides. And there are tons of Democrats that are for good crypto legislation now. The scale has gotten big. That's why the Democrats woke up. There's been about $150 million, on its way to $250 million in these crypto super PACs. That's not all crypto money. What happened was, when the Democrats kept saying, we don't like crypto, and again, it was a very small group. It was Elizabeth Warren who said, I want to have an anti-crypto army. The way politics work in DC is every senator doesn't know every issue. They look to the leader of that committee. So Elizabeth really was running crypto for the Democrats, and she hates crypto. So all that money started to look like Republican money, even though it was supposed to be bipartisan, and focused on really key races. Sherrod Brown's race, John Tester's race. Well, because quite frankly, anyone who bought Bitcoin, with the exception of one or two people that bought it over 70,000, has made money. Like if you bought Bitcoin and held it like most Bitcoiners do, you're in the money. So they're protecting them against making money. That makes no sense. Listen, there have been frauds. There have been lots of shenanigans in this crypto space, and those need to be prosecuted. And they were. They were prosecuted. They were pushed out of the system. Sam Bankman-Fried's in jail. Other people will go to jail. And so I'm not saying this was a lily-white industry in any space, but this idea that we got to protect somebody from this new technology that cuts out the middleman, that allows people to transact directly instead of paying a fee, is just wrong thought of. Listen, we're going to see enthusiasm. What was so unique about the Bitcoin ETF, it was the first time in lots of ways that the US federal government said, crypto's okay. You're okay to do crypto. Even though Gary Gensler didn't want to say it, he said it. And the government said it. Larry Fink said it. Larry Fink is the largest asset manager runs the largest asset management company in the world. And so the credentialization of Bitcoin and crypto, that was kind of limit up. This is a second step towards that. So it's great for the Ethereum community. It won't have the exact same impact, but it'll have a big impact. Right? All of these ecosystems are about bringing new people into the ecosystem, into the circus tent, right? And so this is an easier way for lots of people to participate in the Ethereum community. And so it's nothing but a net positive.
As we wrap up this discussion with Mike Novogratz on the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, it's clear that regulatory clarity and bipartisan support are crucial for the industry's growth. Novogratz's optimistic outlook on Bitcoin reaching $100,000 by year-end underscores the potential for significant advancements in the crypto space. His emphasis on keeping innovation within the United States highlights the need for a supportive regulatory framework to prevent talent from fleeing overseas. We'd love to hear your thoughts on a couple of key questions. How do you think bipartisan support will shape the future of crypto regulations? What impact do you believe President Biden's recent veto of the SB 121 bill will have on the crypto industry? Share your views in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting, and make sure to subscribe to Only the Savvy for more insightful discussions and expert analyses on the evolving world of cryptocurrencies.